Casa Elm, Michelle Wedderburn's guest house. I'm outside on the balcony. So this light is, hello? Okay, so I think I need to get closer to the Wi-Fi because I tried to go out on the balcony and that wasn't working. Shoot me a message if you can see me. On the balcony and that wasn't working. Shoot me a message if you can see me. Hey, another special guest. I'm live.
Hola, compadres.
We're here with Rondell. Buenos dias.
Hola, compadres.
We're here with Rondell. Buenos dias. We're in like a little office space here. The Wi-Fi is close. I see some thumbs up, so I think you can hear me, and the Wi-Fi is good. I tried to go out on the balcony, Rondell. That did not work for me. Okay. All right, let me get this working. Hey, Michelle. Hey. Hi, friends. I'll be in and out. I'm walking. Don't worry about me. So I am doing Ask Me Anything because I've been in San Miguel having a very good time. Hey, Dara. Hey, Kangwa Villegas. Morning, Stephanie. I've been walking about and I don't have time to prepare anything. I don't know what I want to talk about. Rondell, what do you want to talk about today?
How difficult is the move to San? What's the difference between San Miguel de Allende and CDMX?
Oh, okay. So we're gonna talk about this. We're going right in. He's making content with me this morning. Hi, I'm Substitute April this morning.
What up, people?
Okay, so you've been to both. What do you think the main difference is?
Attitude and I guess like vibe. I guess.
Okay, give us more.
You know, CDMX is CDMX, one of the biggest cities in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a mega metropolis. I think 18 million compared to like 170,000, something like that. But I don't know. It seems like this place is becoming more cosmopolitan. I think. What do you think? Like,
Yeah, it's changed. I first came here in 2018, and it's changed so much even since then. When I used to come here, people were only speaking Spanish because it was very much a vacation spot for Mexicans from other part of the country.
Nice.
There were Americans and Canadians who lived here, but they were on the outskirts, and you wouldn't see them in like Centro and that. And now you go there, and I'm like, oh, it's a whole bunch of Americans here now.
We haven't been back here in, I don't know, a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, but like, I don't see more, colored folk. I don't see more black people in San Miguel de Allende than I've seen in a long, ever.
Yeah, so yay. So one of the things that's adding to that is Michelle and her expat relocation tours, because Casa Elm, where we are right now, is her boarding house? What would you?
I guess that's a good name.
Yeah.
Boarding house, you know what I'm saying? A sophisticated boarding house.
Sophisticated. Oh, it's a luxury adult.
Yeah.
It's a luxury guest house. That's what she calls it. Luxury guest house.
It gives you a real slice of actual life in San Miguel de Allende without the drama of trying to figure things out for yourself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like some training wheels. San Miguel de Allende training wheels.
Yes. So we've been hanging out here. Rondell's working hard making content. I've been eating. We do. We doing the things we do. We're doing the things we do.
Caffeine up.
I need to. Okay. So I'm about to go make some tea, and I'm hungry. So I'm hoping Rondell made breakfast for us. We went out to the hot springs this morning and got a little soaked, a little feeling good. I got a little spring that came down on my back and gave me like a muscle massage.
Was it really hot?
It was really. There were different levels of hot. Some was really, really hot, and then as you went out closer to an open space, it got a little cooler. So I was going back and forth.
That sounds so relaxing.
So that was at Las Grutas this morning. Rondell stayed to be an adult. The rest of us were like, is there work due? We don't care.
You got responsibilities.
Got responsibilities. So I'm going to let him sit here with his responsibilities. I'm going to go outside. If I have to come back, I'll come on back. All right. Yes, I'm going to go grab my computer right now and give you, right in the description and the details of Casa Elm so that you know how to stay here. I saw someone ask about the details of staying here, so I'm going to do that. Y'all don't see part of my messy room when I walk in here. Ignore it. Don't worry. It's not your business. It's not my business. That's the towel I took to the Grutas this morning. All right, so I'm giving you details of how to do that. I would have done it earlier, but I literally got back here. My mic is on. You can't hear me? You can't hear me, Adelia? No? Low? Steph, it's low? Okay. All right, well, Adea, turn up your phone thing, your computer, your something. All right. Y'all, microphone technicians, is this better? Is this better, people? Y'all see her back there? Y'all see her back there? Yes, that's our girl. Okay, so I'm gonna drop some links in the description real quick while y'all tell me what I'm doing wrong on this video today, like y'all always do. And you can ask me anything in the comments. I'll be in there. Let me, boom, 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 boom. So this guest house has been so nice staying here. It's been such a great place to stay and hang out with like friendly faces. So if I was moving here, you can get info about Casa Elm. If I was thinking about moving, a lot of people come here because they're thinking about relocating here, and Michelle does relocation tours. And so people come here and stay here, and then they make friends, and they meet other people, and usual stuff. Dara asked if I'm going to be here next weekend. I don't know. My schedule right now is very. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to pin this message. I'm going to drop it in the description over here. Okay. I'm going to drop it in the description as well. Y'all know I can't do two things at once. So keep asking questions, keep talking to me, keep telling me how amazing I am. And I will do two things. I can do it. I can't do it. So yeah, if I was thinking about moving to San Miguel de Allende, which is my favorite tiny town in the world, I'd be looking at this relocation tour. Okay, I am so incredible. Thank you, Adelia. Ooh, Stephanie said I look cute, and she can see me in person. Y'all see these earrings? Yes, a little mimosa. All right, so let's see. I got some questions. Creative Peace Life says, I'm traveling with two kids, age 3 and 1. Any info how to get their passport if your father isn't in the picture and we can't find him? Is he on their birth certificates? And what does your court order say? And it's going to be different everywhere. I also think this is one of those things where we always talk about how in Mexico, bureaucracy is kind of like who you talk to one day. I think sometimes that might be that too. But I don't have children. I've never had to do this. And I think that there are lots of groups for mothers. Libria runs one called Wandering Moms. I think that's the name of the Facebook group. And they can give you the info, especially if there's any kind of wiggle room. They can give you the info. I don't know. I think some people have actually just shown up to court like, on the birth certificate, no court order, plan to go next week. Yeah, I don't know, girl. I know people have done it by lying, right? I know people have done it different ways, but I can't tell you a good, legit way to do this. So I'm gonna drop a link to the Wandering Moms Facebook group, and in there, somebody can tell you. It's not me though. All right, I saw another question. Bum, 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 bum. I'm a spirit artist, says, what do you think is better, Vanguard or Charles Schwab or another company? I want to open a Roth IRA to buy index funds to start myself and my daughter's investing journey. Okay. I think for a lot of the big companies, the Charles Schwab, the Vanguard, the Fidelity, you're comparing Fuji apples with Gala apples. Right? Like maybe you eaten an apple, right? Like it's gonna kind of be a lot of the same thing when you're at one of these major companies. I don't invest with Charles Schwab. I only have my fee-free checking there, so I can't really do an apples-to-apples comparison of Charles Schwab and Vanguard, but I think you're going to get I think you're going to get a very similar experience. Large companies are very good about education, making sure that if you want to learn what you're doing, you can go on their platform and like there are enough FAQs and tutorials that you can learn how to do it. I've been with Vanguard my entire investing life, so since I started investing, my Vanguard account is about 12 years old. And I opened a Vanguard account because my mom had a Vanguard account, right? Like, there was no science to it. I wasn't looking. She was like, yeah, it's fine, go. Halisi said Charles Schwab has more limits than Fidelity on fractional shares. So if that's something you're interested in, if that's going to make or break your experience, you can look at that too. I was like, what's Stephanie doing? She's my photographer today. Okay, so my nose is running, but I think it's because we were in the steamy water all morning. And I want to take you guys out to a special, first, I want to do this. I want to tell you guys that, I don't know if you guys remember from Exodus Summit, we had a sponsor called Ingenuity Tea and Spice, and I cannot apparently spell it right. I was going to the kitchen stuff. Yeah, I'm turning the lights on for you. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Do you notice that I sound far away? Okay, maybe it's because the hair is on top of it. I'm gonna tie this close and keep it right there with the hair. They launched Michelle. So Michelle Wedderburn owns Casa Elm. The other Michelle owns the tea company. So they're both here this weekend. Michelle did a tea tutorial, and it was really awesome. And give me 1 second. I'm gonna find and drop the link in here. And then we're gonna talk about tea. I'm about to be making some tea because it was good and I like it. I have found over the last few years, particularly shopping in Mexico, that when I go to the grocery store and I get tea, I do not enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. Especially peppermint tea. I'm like, meh. It feels very meh. But Ingenuity, I had their tea yesterday. It is not meh. It is not meh. It was very, very, like, woo. Okay. So she launched last night, her tea company, while we were at dinner. Connie Perry was the first person to order tea. It's a family affair. All right, so, and then get your tea. I'm about to order tea when I figure out where I can get it picked up or who can bring it back to me in Mexico. Oh, Dara, no, he won't get it in a week. Wait, Dara, you're in the DMV, aren't you? You might be getting some personal tea deliveries if you're coming next week, possibly. I want us to sell out her tea. Who's coming in? So she launched last night. She has so many tea flavors. I'm about to go show you. I'm about to go make some tea. But I think this would be a great weekend. Don't you think, Stephanie? If we could sell out tea this weekend? Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yes. So she's a sponsor for us. She's a sponsor for Expat Life Mexico, Casa Elm. She's a sponsor of this weekend that we're in.
Yes,
Hi.
that would be wonderful.
Be wonderful. So, y'all, I'm gonna show you the teas that they have here, and I'm gonna make some tea in front of you so you can see what we're doing. But it is excellent. Amber's trying to sneak around in the background. All right. These are just some flavors of the tea. We gonna talk about tea for a second. So if you're not ready for tea, mute me, because we here. Okay. Over here we have 5-star mint fusion. I love peppermint tea. I only drank this as a iced tea yesterday, so I'm gonna try to drink it as a hot tea right now. because I love my peppermint tea. I'm an island girl, you know. A classic Earl Grey, lemon ginger, champagne berries. Okay, I'm about to give away Mama Perry's business, y'all. Only some of the business. I dropped it in the description. Stephanie just dropped the link. No, I forgot to do it in the comments. Stephanie just dropped the link to the tea company in the comments, and I dropped it in the description. The champagne and berries. Michelle sent some of this tea to Stephanie during the summit because Stephanie's in Delaware and she could receive it. Mama Perry was like, oh, I love tea. I'm gonna drink some tea. Tea gone. I was like, can y'all hold on to some tea so I can try to try it? Tea is gone, and Connie Perry already has a refill. I had the tea for the first time yesterday, and I was like, oh, I see why she drank it all. Like it's so a little sweet, so add a little sugar, a little honey. I heard it also goes well with a little alcohol, a little spiked iced tea, the business. But this champagne and berries was, woo, okay. I haven't tried this yet. This is a white tea, China Jasmine Silver Needle, detoxifying and soothing white tea with sweet, woody notes and a smooth finish. All right, I'm gonna try it before I leave. I'm trying all the teas before I leave. Spiced pear. This one is a white tea as well, yes? Yes. And white teas have more antioxidants, right, Steph? Yes, that's what she said. We got a tutorial yesterday. I can remember what she said enough to be an expert in tea. All right. Riviera Mimosa, which I also heard goes well with the alcohol. It's a crisp citrus and nutty flavored oolong combined to transport you to the French Riviera. Abba wants a bag of lemon ginger. Baby, you better get on that site and order it and send it to Detroit and have somebody pick it out to you because I don't know how I'm getting tea. I don't know. I know that, if you're in San Miguel, you can get some from, I don't know if Michelle's going to sell them or if it's only tea for the house. Abba, I don't know. This could be a good, listen, I'm making deals now. Michelle should send some to Casa El Michelle, bags to sell. This could be a, what's it called? A retail space for these tea. I'm making up things now. All right, Tropical Island Nights. I feel like I haven't had this and I need to have it. It's got coconut and pineapple. I'm going to mispronounce this. You're welcome. Puree chai. Puer, that's what she said. Puer chai. I love a chai. Spicy licorice, warm ginger, sweet mango, and berry flavored. Okay, I'm short. Y'all know this. Some of you guys don't know this, but I'm not a tall person. Soothing puer leaf. Another puer. These have more caffeine over here. Now we're going to the no caffeine flavors. Healthy Detox, which I had the other day and was really good. Lavender Chamomile Synergy for the nighttime. South African Cape Nectar. Baby, this the one. Stephanie said, don't tell him. Baby, this the one. I already told Michelle I'm taking stuff out her guest house. I'm putting it in my my suitcase. This is one of the ones. This is one of the ones I'm taking. If there are short bags of this one, Michelle, it was me. And then Caribbean Dreams, which I haven't tasted either. So she's got such a wide variety of flavors. Caribbean Dreams. All right, the South African Nectar is caffeine-free, and I like caffeine-free teas, and it's a rooibos, sweet and earthy South African red bush, and I love South African rooibos teas. Okay, so that was tea time. I'm about to make some in a minute. Get my pot. Oh, is this? It's still got water in it. I don't know where it's filled from, but I'm gonna fill it from here real quick. Oh yeah, you'll be at the house on Wednesday, Abba, or you'll be on just in San Miguel. I can't remember your schedule with your busy life. I don't remember. Yeah, but you guys know I love San Miguel. And it's been great staying here and like being in fellowship with other people, which I know that a lot of people who come here, people come here and stay for like a month, 2 weeks, 6 weeks. And so when they come here, they really, really like. NewbieNet says, at first I thought you broke into a tea shop. You should have seen it the other day. Hold on, I'm filling the teapot, so this is gonna sound like tea water. I'm gonna cover the mic for a second. Hey, Global Granny. This is what it sounded like when I went to the bathroom the other day, and I forgot I had my mic on. Those of y'all who were there know what I'm talking about. Oops. Let me see what other comments. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Comments, comments. Okay, Monica Adelina, there's a link pinned link to Casa Elm, but there is a link in the description to buy the tea. And our goal is to sell her out. Our goal is to sell her out because she's such a sweet person. And we want good things to happen to good people. Good things to happen to good people. So we want to sell her out. Where did I put the lid for that? I've already lost parts of a teapot. Here we go. And these are some of the teas from yesterday. They were refrigerated overnight. We have more in the fridge. And then we have, I'm not going to show you the whole fridge, but I will take this out. This is the Cape Nectar that we were talking about, but Stephanie and I said we can't tell you about. This is it. In a picture, this is the first thing I told Michelle I was going to walk out her house with. I mean, look at the ceramics you can get in the area. Look at this. And it comes with matching cups. Child, I was like, that's me. I'm putting it in my suitcase. And Michelle was like, you can just go down the road and get your own. And I was like, yes, but what if I just put yours in my suitcase? What if? Okay, while the hot water is waiting, oh wait, I already hear a little whistle going. I think what I'm gonna do today, walk with me as I go in our cabinets. And so this is like a fully stocked kitchen. So if you're staying here, it's not one of those like, they ain't got nothing in the kitchen kind of houses. It's I mean, you got your coffee maker. I don't know what y'all be doing with those things, but the coffee drinkers drinking coffee. This is filtered water here, but you can just get here. There's lots of like conveniences of home. There's lots of conveniences of a black home here. So, you know, Michelle gonna do you right. I'm looking for another picture because what I want to do is I want to make some. Oh, I'll make it in one of these. But I'm going to. Can I take this out? Is this visible? So you guys can see the magic happening. I'm gonna make it one of these teapotty things. I'm gonna make some tea, but I'm also going to let it cool and drink iced tea later. This is my own personal teapot for now. Boom. It's all displayed like she's selling it because we had like a little tea event yesterday. Oh yeah, these are the matching glasses that Michelle says I can't just put in my suitcase and leave with. She got matching napkin holders. It's a classy joint, y'all. It's a classy joint. I'll give you a tour of the house in a minute, but this water sounds dangerously close to boiling. One of the things I liked about the tea, and I know a lot of tea companies do it, but I don't really pay attention, but Michelle was like, you should pay attention. You know how experts are always like, why would you ignore our advice? It tells you on the back, brew for 3 to 6 minutes. It tells you this is a 5-dot caffeine level drink, so I'm about to be a little giddy. I don't normally drink anything with caffeine. So I have this option for caffeine, and then I have the Cape Nectar with no caffeine. And the other one I really liked was the Champagne and Berries, which has 3 caffeine dots, so it's kind of like in the middle. So I can totally, with these 3 teas, you know, manage my life and my caffeine intake and still have really good tea choices. I cannot wait to show you the tea though, because that's really going to be, we're getting to the good part. I know I'm talking a lot about tea, and you're probably like, what is going on? But I learned so much in the tutorial. Stephanie, what did you learn in the tutorial that you want to share with us?
We learned when you have a whole tea leaf,
Yes.
right, you're getting more of the antioxidants.
Yes.
We learned that what you buy in like the Lipton or whatever bags, I don't know if I should say the L word. The
It's
other,
fine.
I don't know
It's fine.
what you buy in those bags contains the leaf, it contains the stem and the other stuff. And the parts of the tea that are not giving you the boost, the antioxidants and
Hold on, I think I just
the good flavor.
Yes. Okay. So I'll show you what that looks like too. Her satchels are so cute. I'm gonna give you a little downstairs tour of Casa Elm while that water is watering. I already took you guys out here. Look at the view. I don't want to go too far out because my phone cut off last time. Yeah, I realized as I was doing that Stephanie didn't have a mic, even though I have an extra one right there. I'm gonna go grab it for next time I need to talk to. Stephanie said she needed a mic.
I will be needing.
Stephanie needs a mic. All right, so let me go get the other mic. Oh, I left it in there with Rondell, I think. Rondell has my extra mic. Monica Adelina says, it's so nice seeing the growth of Michelle's business. It is. Hi. How do you feel about being on camera? It's okay, never mind. Okay. What?
I'll probably change.
Okay, all right.
When are you going?
I'm live right now. That's why I moved the camera real quick. If you want to come and say hi, you can, but no pressure. You can't be surprising people in the morning. This is the front view. Rondell and Amber, hey, 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 hey. This massively grand staircase. Look at that. Look at that. These little built-in nooks. I'm gonna give Stephanie her mic. Stephanie, when you're ready to say anything into the mic, you can just take this out, and when the light is green, they can hear everything you say. So if you don't want them to hear everything you say, just keep it closed. When it's open, or especially if you take it out, they can hear you. Whenever you feel like getting on the mic, just hop on. Just hop on. All right. She said, I need a mic. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. I'm a spirit artist. After my Exodus Summit Informed proposal in October, my boss finally gave me my first raise in what? In 19 years of working there, from 19,000 to 35,000. I want to cuss at somebody.
You want to celebrate
Right?
and burn some people.
I want to celebrate and burn some people down. Congratulations, congratulations. But child, first raise in 19 years? Woo! Let's see. So I'm still back in the kitchen because I'm waiting for this tea to magic. The display of the tutorial, Michelle did such a good job. She loves to entertain, so she did such a good job of decorating the house for the event. Yes. Yes, Global. Okay, Global Granny, I know your face, and so I know this is a new name for you, but I can't think of what your name was before. Look at Global Granny's face. Who was she before? Oh. Okay.
Oh, I got this.
Stephanie can't see nothing.
It's not me that.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful place. I'm impatiently waiting on my tea. I told my friend the other day, a friend who's known me forever, that I'm patient, and I'm patient now, and she was like, girl, you're lying to yourself. So I'm walking around, little water, irons. This house is stocked with everything. Okay. So you got the white pear tea. Janae, you have a perfect tea maker infuser for loose tea. Wait, it's not loose. It's not loose. It is in sachets. I'm going to show you when I get ready to make my tea. It's not loose, but it is whole leaf and whole herb, everything. Okay, so Michelle explained. High Vibe says, if I didn't know you were in Mexico, this reminds me of Africa. I can totally see that. Michelle explained to us yesterday that when the major manufacturers go in, first, a lot of the tea bags themselves have microplastics in it. So you're putting microplastics in your drink, not in her sachets. And the other thing is, a lot of the tea manufacturers who have like commercial farms are going in and, oh, Anita Turner, yes, that's who it is. Okay, girl. Global Granny, hey, love the name change. A lot of they have like machines who go in and like chop off the leaf to get to the tea. But the problem is these little cutting machines can't cut exactly a leaf. So they're cutting leaf and they're cutting stem. And they're not catching it all. Some of it comes on the ground. And the one that comes on the ground, they come behind it and just pick it up and put it back into the tea bucket. So in an average tea, like commercially made tea sachet, the tea tutorial was much better than what I'm doing right now, y'all. But this is my secondhand tea. Let me get the light going. Yes, this is my secondhand tea advice. Oh, my tea's coming. You're getting a lot of stems, and it's all chopped up all fine. So you're not getting all the antioxidants from the leaf because it's all been shredded up into like little tiny pieces. And then you're also getting stems, and you're getting some dirt, and you're getting microplastics in a lot of tea bags. And I was like, I love tea, but I don't love now. I feel like I don't love the way this tea sounds. So let me get my hot water. I'm gonna do a little tutorial, but it's not gonna be as good as hers, but y'all get what you get when you don't, when these amateurs are doing things. I'm gonna get my tea. I'm gonna show you the difference in her tea bags, her tea sachets. All right. So 5-star mint fusion. This is the one that I've only had cold. I'm really excited about having it hot. And I'm going to add my, I'm gonna add honey to it because I don't like trying to mix sweetener into cold tea. It never really works for me. But this is what the sachet looks like. Look at that. Look at how solid you can see all of those leaves and things. Ooh. All right. So look at that. And it doesn't look like there's a lot in there, but when it gets wet, it expands. So I am gonna, I think, put 3 bags in here. Oop. Just gonna take it off for now. Nope, I'm gonna put it back on because it needs to go through. I'm gonna put a couple bags in here. I took out the middle hot thing so we could see what would happen with the tea bags. Well, you can't see now because I moved it. This is why I don't do actual action shots, y'all, because I got to look at the camera and talk to y'all. Okay, another tea bag. Look at this tea. Look how solid and like big and beautiful it is. Okay, Global Grannies in Colombia heading to Mexico. Check out both SMA and Querétaro. Team bop around. I was in Querétaro this week, and I liked it so much better than my other times in Querétaro. I was hanging out with Angela and Lamar and the crew. It was a really good experience. Okay, and I'm gonna put one more in because y'all know I like excess. Locating cozy. Hey, girl. Okay. I mean, most tea you're not getting, unless you're getting loose tea, you're not getting tea that looks like this. You're getting, little pieces. Okay. The thing that amazed me last night when I made because they'd been making tea for us, but last night when I made my own tea, the thing I was amazed about, I made the South African Cape Nectar, and I made it with no sugar because it was nighttime. How quickly the tea turned brown. It wasn't messing around. It was immediately brown tea. So let's see if this happens with the mint tea. I don't know if it will. It's a different type, but oh, I lost a thingy. Hold on a second. I lost a thingy down here. A piece of paper. Hold on, I'm gonna do this all over. Ignore me. I'm just gonna put it on the outside of that. Yes, that'll work better for me. Go all in. Okay. I feel like that's enough tea for my day. I'm gonna hit that max line real quick, and then I'm going to add honey now in this because I don't like having to stir in. Like I said, I don't like having to stir it into cold tea, and I want to make this into iced tea. But you know, Michelle, she got all the supplies you need in this house. And she had a crew that came in and cooked breakfast for us yesterday. And when I say that breakfast was good, solid. All right. Ignore my sugar intake right now. You see how it's already that golden, lovely brown? Or ignore my honey intake. What did Tabitha say? None of my business. Or that's just my business. This is just my business. All right, and we're gonna boop, boop, boop. I cannot wait to drink this. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, she's not here anymore. I need someone to let me know when 4 minutes have gone by, because I feel like 2 minutes already have. We're supposed to steep this for 3 to 6 minutes. So someone in the video, let me know when it's, who's watching actually live right now, let me know when it's 4 minutes later. This is a really cute tea steeper, and I took out the cutest part. I took out the little middle part for, that you can just do, you can do loose teas in there with this inside. I took it out so you guys could see the tea bags and how they get so much bigger. You see how like the leaves expanded inside compared to what they looked like before? I'll take one out. Oh. Look how much, like how the tea leaves expanded in there compared to what they look like before. It doesn't look like a lot of tea until it gets wet. It does its thing. It gets huge. Adelia asked what the difference is between a tea steeper and a teapot. I think the only real difference is that middle section, but like you can steep. You don't need the bag if you have the steeper. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so who's buying tea today? I know Janae already did. I would not lie to you about the quality of this tea. I wouldn't be talking about it for a solid 30 minutes unless it was really, 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 really good. We talked about it at the summit. A lot of you guys are on an email list, so you should today get an email. You should get an email from her letting you know that her site went live. She told us last night at dinner that her site was going live, and Stephanie was like, boop, 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 sending tea to Connie Perry. Boop, boop, boop. You didn't hear that, Mama Dowe, because you're not getting no tea. You better get on the site and get it yourself. No, she doesn't ship internationally yet, so we got to find ways to get it internationally, which is why I asked her if she was in the DMV and if she could pick some up for me or get some from the source. Get some from the source. Oh, Michelle was at the DMV, T. Michelle, not Casa El Michelle, was at the DMV meetup, Michelle Watson. So if you were at the meetup in the DMV that Stephanie didn't host it. Who hosted that meetup, Stephanie? Angela Barksdale Martin, Reverend Dr. Angela. The one that she hosted in December, Angela was there. So, I'm sorry, Michelle was there. Yes, Michelle Watson. All right. Who can tell me? Is it time for me to check? It's not 4 to 6 minutes yet, is it? Okay, so Nubian says, I'm a picky tea drinker. I only use filtered water. My kettle has a temperature setting and not the powdered tea bits. Yes. I didn't realize until she did that tea tutorial yesterday, I thought I was just buying low quality, I thought I wasn't getting quality tea, but I could buy quality tea if I kept from these commercial tea manufacturers, if I just found the right one. And then after that tea tutorial, I was like, no, I need to actually find like companies who specialize in like high quality teas, because it was a completely different experience. Like she had us like smelling the teas and the herbs, and I was like, oh no, it's not what I'm buying in the grocery store. Mama Do, I am in Mexico. I'm in San Miguel de Allende. Abba is buying tea, yes. Yes, get your tea. Monique Michelle says, I try to drink my tea without sugar. I'm trying to be conscious of my sugar intake. Yes, I did last night, but today I'm having tea with sugar and cake. So no, we're not. We're not being conscious of that. Lauren Adams purchased 2, lemon, ginger, and champagne. Okay, the champagne. The champagne. Stephanie, turn your mic on. Hot mic. Tell us about the champagne.
Part of me does not want to tell you about the champagne
Uh-huh.
because I don't want y'all buying it up.
Uh-huh.
I think that the champagne and berries tea should be our official tea of live streaming.
Okay.
The official tea of live streaming.
Uh-huh.
I think that we would add a little champagne or a little prosecco.
Probably.
And enjoy it. It's a delight.
It's a delight.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom, did you tell him?
I didn't tell him that part.
My mom, so of course Michelle sponsored, Ingenuity and Spice.com sponsored the summit this year, and Michelle sent us tea, and kind of Perry was like, good, thank you. I received this in the spirit in which it was given.
Me tea.
Thank you.
To my house.
But I did not know. When Michelle walked in the door here and we greeted each other, she said, hi, I feel like I've talked to your mom more than I talked to you. And I said, why have you talked to my mom? She said, she ran out of champagne and berries tea. And she emailed me and was like, here's my address. I am out of champagne. I'm like, Ma, how can you be out of my tea?
Of our tea.
How can you be out of our tea, right? I'm out of the champagne and berries tea. Here's my address. So I made sure that she was the first person to get it. So there's no chance that she doesn't get a re-up on her champagne and berries
the first
tea.
chance. She gonna get hers. It's not gonna sell out before she gets it. Listen. Meanwhile, I was like, you were a sponsor of our event 3-4 months ago, and I've never tasted your product before. So I was here like, yes. Okay, yes, I see you guys. Let me know it's time to get the tea. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now. This is with 3 tea bags, what it looks like. And some sugar inside, some honey inside. Where's the trash here? Do you know, Steph?
No.
I'm about to throw this away as soon as I find the trash. I'm sure it's a really obvious place. Oh, right here, outside of the thingy. Really obvious trash can, of course, but I just didn't see it. My tea. Okay, I'm not going to do too much, so I bet I don't actually burn myself. If I was a classy kind of lady, I would do whatever you do. No, I'm okay. Do whatever you do to get the water out in a classy kind of lady fashion, but I'm not. I'll take those out. I'm gonna put them in the trash can real quick. Boom. Oh, and the tea bags are biodegradable because that's who Michelle is. Yes. She brought us coasters. Ingenuity Tea and Spice, Gourmet Tea and Spice Company. Look how cute that is. Look how cute that is. Boom. Yeah, okay. There's a little scene happening right here, y'all. You know I don't usually do this. Get this out of the way. Look at the little scene happening. We'll move the wine. We have also been drinking wine. I mean, come take a picture. I got a little setup here. Yes. Yes. Y'all are probably watching this video like, what are they doing? What is happening? Yes. Okay, so like I said, she does not, Stephanie's out here being the cameraman. She does not ship to internationally yet, just the U.S. But today is her official launch day. Last night was kind of a pre-launch. My mama said she needs some of those teas. Well, you should have talked to Stephanie last night. Would you like some peppermint tea? Or you want something else? No? Okay. Okay, the hot water's still there, so. All right, I'm gonna use one of these fancy mugs. She has other mugs, but I really like these. She has a cabinet full of mugs. When you get here, you're not going to run out of supplies. Oh, Adelia got the email this morning. Tamika just purchased the Be Well collection and lemon ginger crisp. Okay, what is in the Be Well collection? Because I don't know what the collections are yet. So please tell us. Give us a little typey type. What's in the Be Well collection? Yeah, okay, high vibe. Some of the teas have caffeine. So like these, the Earl Grey, the 5-Star Fusion have like full caffeine. Some of them have less caffeine, 3 dots. The Spice Pear only has 1 dot out of 5. And then some of these over here have absolutely no caffeine. They're caffeine free because they're herbal teas, I think. I could be wrong about that. I've been making stuff up. Yeah, that's my memory of it. And these are kind of like middle. They're middle of the road caffeine ones. So whatever you want. That's why I have my 3 flavors that I want to do, you know, to manage my caffeine appropriately throughout the day, since I don't drink coffee. What? Can I pour this without spilling? Yes, I can. Look at this eucalyptus. I'm gonna pour myself a cup, and then I'm gonna put the rest to cool so I can have some iced tea later. And I'm gonna put it on a little coaster. I'm gonna wipe up that spill I made on Michelle's counter. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay, Jay Barkley wants to know what type of index funds do you buy to help you, or did you retract that comment? You retracted something. That is what it was. Okay, well, I guess you don't want to know. Is there a promo code? There's a link on the website to get 10% off, but I don't know how to do it because I have not ordered because I can't get it shipped. Unless one of you brings me tea. Hint, 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 hint. I've already called you out. All right. I'm happy dancing. This is good. It's good. It's strong. It's pepperminty. T10 is the code. T10, and it's through January. I think through all of January. But today at checkout, get some tea. Get some tea. And now that I have my tea, I'm going to add a little bit more sugar, more honey. I'm going to give you guys a proper tour of Casa Elm. Okay, Jay Barkley, I see your index fund questions. I invested in some target date funds, which are funds where it's like, I want to retire in this year. So I think mine were like 2045, and then I retired in 2019. I think they were like 2045. And so those were funds that are rebalanced year by year by the management company so that, you know, the things inside them change. But other than that, I'm really diverse. Really, really all over the place. Just things that make me feel good. That's it. There's no magic answer, because also the things that I invested in back then, I'm not going to take my money out of them, but I wouldn't invest in them right now because they're not doing what they were doing 5-10 years ago. Okay, so I'm gonna go upstairs. Let me take the spoon out. Add a little bit more honey. She got mangoes and limes and.
You can go into my room if you'd like. The housekeeping staff.
Okay.
You're welcome to go in.
Because I'm not letting them in my room. So I already told them, mind your business. Okay, I'm going to take them upstairs. You can see April and Rondell working over here through the doors, working hard. And I'm going upstairs. Boop, 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 to show you the rest of the house. Look at this. Look at this. This hanging, this fabric hanging. Okay, what I love about Michelle and Ingenuity is that the company is committed to investing 10% of annual profits into food security programs and agricultural, comment got cut off, efforts headed by women of colors. Yes. Okay, El Danielle. With the great energy, the great wing woman. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see this part of the house. There's a second patio on the second level. There's the basement level. Look at this little couchy couch. I can just sit here and chill all day. I'm going to give you that look in a minute. We're going inside Stephanie's room. The cleaning lady has not been there, she came to tell us. And by that she means it's not as tidy as she would like it to be, but you can. All right, Global Granny, I saw your question. If you can take a bus to San Miguel, yes, you can. As long as you have your passport, you can get on a bus. You're fine. Someone's coming in. Kimba. Yeah, the only time you can't take a bus is when you're riding dirty. Like if you're here illegally, don't get on a bus. If you are not here legally, do not get on a bus. But otherwise, you're perfectly fine. All right. And it's how I get here every time. Whenever I come to San Miguel, I take a bus. It's 4 hours. I take ETN or Primera Plus. It is a luxury bus company. And when we say luxury bus company in Mexico, we mean they've got bigger screens and bigger seats than most planes. They used to feed you, but now with the pandemic, they don't do that anymore. Primera Plus used to give you snacks and water. They give you headphones to listen to the movies on the screens that they have. Luxury. The seat recline is on point, like Adelia says. Okay, let me see if I can give you more. It's been cutting out on me. I think my phone's not connecting very well to the Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna try to get you a little. All right, this does not love me. This connection is not doing what to do. But outside of Stephanie's room, outside of Stephanie's room, there's this patio out here. Okay, Brenda just ordered several teas. Yes. Oh, as a Black woman and support the Black women that she supports. Look at this. It's just such a beautiful house. Iona McKenzie just grabbed some tea since I'm from the Caribbean. I had to try those. Yes, ma'am. Oh, question. Do you have your own bathroom? I don't know. I think every room has its own bathroom. I can't swear on that. I have my own bathroom downstairs. Stephanie has her own bathroom upstairs. I don't know that there are any public bathrooms in this house. I think every bathroom is in a room. So yes. So you don't have to share bathrooms. Can you get by just speaking English? I would have said 2 years ago in San Miguel you can't. Now you probably can, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'll try to get some Spanish. This is the little couch I was showing you guys earlier. Look how Michelle decorated with the fabrics. Look at this. You can come and hang out here, drink some tea, look out into the distance. And the light is great because behind me you can see those windows. Gorgeous house. Lovely place to be. And it's a little chilly here at night, so we all have heaters in our rooms. That's one of the heaters. It's just if you've never been to San Miguel, this is the brickwork, but it's in not all houses, but a lot of houses. This kind of like round brickwork that, it was in Stephanie's bathroom. In Stephanie's bathroom, it's not round like that. It's like an arch. In the first place I stayed here, there was an arch over the bed, and it was just the most beautiful thing. It's just, I don't know what, like the artisans out here are like next level, completely next level. So it's a really nice place to see and like visit. There's a artist market, which is next to a food market. And that's a really cool place to be. We went to the hot springs earlier this morning, like I said. We're excited about that. I think we're going to go to a winery in a few days, because why not? If you're in town and you want to go to the winery, let us know. Every time we go up, my niece orders tea, so I just set the champagne, berries, and mint. Yay! Yes! We're selling tea today. But you love the mud cloth? I don't remember where the mud cloth is from. This fabric she told me she got in Mexico City, and I was actually surprised by that. That one is from Mexico City. The best city in the world. Look at this light. Look how this light just catches me. Look at that. This place is so light-filled, but like you hit a corner, all the different light options, Look at that. Okay. It's a really great place just to hang out. So Vanessa's watching. Hey, Vanessa. The Be Well collection has healthy, detox, soothing, pure leaf, and China jasmine silver needle. Okay. Awesome. Hey, Vanessa. I hope Querétaro is treating you well. Global Granny, how walkable is the neighborhood? Do you need an Uber to go everywhere? The neighborhood outside of Centro, which is the center of San Miguel, you kind of need an Uber to go everywhere. Outside of Centro. If you're in Centro, you can walk to a lot of things. It depends on how much you want to walk. There are people who I'm sure walk everywhere, but it's not for me. Right? Like this is a very, very hilly city, and it's getting more and more spread out every day. And so where we are now, you wouldn't walk to Centro. I saw someone ask how often I visit the United States. Oh, it just depends. I may be canceling my, hi Adelia, surprise. Not really a surprise. I'm still figuring out whether I want to cancel the January trip I'm supposed to take to the Bay, which would be my first trip there, probably my first trip to America in about 6 months. Just because my goal was to clean up my storage, and it's so wet there right now and flooding that I don't know that it makes sense to go right now. I guess I've already booked everything. But who wants to empty a storage unit for things that used to be in a 3-bedroom house, right? Like it's not just a small place. I have a lot of stuff in there, in the rain, in like the pouring rain. No. Okay, Sonia, is there rideshare in San Miguel? Ubers are hit or miss. I've taken them sometimes they're hard to find. There's not as many of them as you would like in a town, and so it's kind of hard to, they're not always easy. What most people do is they find a taxi driver they trust and just call them like, hey, can you come get me at this time? That's how we've been getting around here. Michelle has reliable taxi drivers, and she'll give you the number, and I got a whole little welcome book when I came. I was like, here's the numbers, here's restaurants, here's Uber. You know what I mean? Like you can order food, you can get all kinds of stuff, but it's not as easy. I was coming on the wine tour. What day? It's still up in the air. I'll message you, or message me because I'll forget. Yeah, Sonia, you should totally come to Casa Elm. You would love it here. Sonia, I think you would really like San Miguel in general. I think you'd love Casa Elm. Yes, Neo Soul Child, best city in the world. Get closer to your move. Did I get my hair braided in Mexico? I couldn't find a place when I lived in Mexico City for 3 months last year. No. I've gotten my hair braided in Mexico when someone who braids in Playa came to Mexico. I got these done in Senegal. I'll mess with the Mexico City hair braid. I haven't found anyone in Mexico City that I want to braid my hair. Yeah, San Miguel is fantastic. Last night we started calling it San Michelle Day Allende, because she's like the unofficial, welcome committee. She's the ambassador, Stephanie just said, for Black San Miguel. So it's San Michelle Day Allende is the new name. Okay, so Janae, who comes here a lot, says sometimes you can walk down the hill into town if you are close enough, but you'll need a taxi back up the hill. I typically try to stay no more than a 15-minute walk to El Centro. Centro is where a lot of things happen. You could come here and never go to Centro and be okay, but it's where a lot of really cute things are. The church that everyone visits, a lot of churches. It's a churchy little place. So, if you came and didn't go to Centro, I don't know that it would be the same experience that other people talk about when they talk about San Miguel, but you could always do it and not come, and there's still enough stuff to do that you can have a great time. But it's cobblestone streets, not very great sidewalks. Not very great in the way that Mexico City sidewalks aren't great, where they're uneven, but they're narrow. Sometimes they're high, so you got to step up to get on a sidewalk. It's not a city I recommend for anyone with mobility issues. You can get around, right? There's a way. You can call a driver to take you everywhere, but for some people, it really might be everywhere just because the streets are kind of raggedy, and the hills are so hilly. All right, let's see. What other comments we have? Who else is buying tea? Tell me what you bought, as I drink mine. Okay, yeah, I know you see the earrings, Mom. Did you know these were sitting in your house for a while? I ordered them and had them sent to you. Should have got them while you could. She will. She is the kind of person, just like Miss Connie Perry, who will be like, "Thank you for sending this to me." Yes, thank you. That reminds me, if you're coming with us to Morocco, if you are not the kind of person who can follow directions, mothers, other women over 60, 65, 70, if that's you, stay home. Don't come to Morocco ignoring us. Because there's going to be a lot of like, you have to follow instructions. Yeah, Abba says you need sturdy shoes if you like walking. It is not the kind of, if you have like any kind of ankle issues or knee issues, it's not. You can get around, but you wouldn't want it. It's not a walkable city in that case, right? Like when my knee was bad, I wouldn't have wanted to be here. Because there's a lot of action on your joints that you might not get in an average day. Let me take this off the thingy. Or are cobblestones river rocks? Kim, is that what those are? Hey, Kim S. I just realized who it was. Hi, Kim. Yes, that house is amazing. Let's see, what else am I missing? What else do you love about San Miguel, Stephanie?
It's just the scene, like.
Mike? It should be in a minute. No? There's a power button. Press the power button on the side. Let me come tech support you.
Okay, great.
Got it? Okay.
San Miguel is really just pretty. The houses are pretty. People have taken the time to make it a very colorful city.
Yes.
It's just pretty. There's bougainvillea everywhere. There's greenery everywhere. When I come here from other parts of Mexico, I'm still like, wow. It's really pretty here. Wow. Even though a lot of Mexico is pretty. There's bougainvillea all over, and there's paint, colorful houses and all. And like the details, the roofs and stuff. You see that in other parts of Mexico, but here, I don't know. It's just on another level. It's just a beautiful place to be.
Like even the shop owners do a really great job of like decorating their storefront. Like it almost feels sometimes like it's a competition of who's gonna have the prettiest shop in the street. And it's not like they're decorating them with things they sell. They're just like, we're gonna put flowers around the entryway.
Yeah.
Like walking down the street you're walking down the street and every other place has like flowers on the front of their building for no reason other than we want it to be beautiful.
We want it to look good. Yeah.
It's a really nice place.
It's a place where you get here and you can feel relaxed and chilled.
Yes.
Even though like there's traffic here.
Yeah.
And the same stuff that you would be like, oh, I don't like that in other places. You get here and you just feel a little more calm, a little more peaceful.
Yes.
And you can just take your time because there's not a whole lot that you have to do. You're not
Right.
gonna. It's not a city you're gonna come to with appointments, right? I got to go to this place and that place. Mostly it's like, I have to see this. I have to see that. Everything else is on my own schedule and you can be really relaxed. It's beautiful. I love it here.
Yes.
We both love it here and we love different things, right? Rashida's a city girl. We love different things. It's a beautiful place.
Stephanie loves to come here and not do anything like she does in other places. I was like, oh, we can go to the winery. And then, and she was like, yes.
There's a winery?
I said, I've told her about 17 times about this winery. Every time she's like, there are wineries out there? Yeah. Yes, we can go to the winery. And I was like, yeah, we come back to the hot springs?
There's hot springs?
Yes.
We went to the hot springs today. It was great.
It was great. It was really, I'd been to, if you guys I have a video on my channel about my visit to Escondido Place. And that one was nice, but this one we went to today, Las Grutas, is right beside it and nicer.
Yeah.
Very nice. But it wasn't crowded. I wouldn't go again on the weekends. I think going during the week, the thing about not having to work is you can go whenever you want, right? And so I would have gone during a week so I didn't have to do a weekend with other people who have to go, who can only go on the weekend. But it was nice, it was safe, it was clean.
We'll go back, we'll take our mug of tea. People were, they were there for the
They were
morning.
with their they were gonna be there all day with their floaties. When we got there, almost every person there had their own little coffee cup, their own little like travel mug. What's in that travel mug? That's none of my business, right? Like, what's in there? I don't know. I don't know, but we're going back. It's a really cool place. I was sitting here. You can see outside from here. boop, boop, boop. Isn't that pretty? And I was like, this is how you know, like, Michelle thinks of everything. Like, there's just, it gets a little chilly at night here in San Miguel. There's a little basket of blankets in case you get cold. Look at that. Look at that. Really nice. Okay, so what else are we talking about?
Abba says she needs a good restaurant.
Oh,
You have favorites.
yes, I have favorites. I think it's Cielo is one of my favorites. That was the one that I took you to. Was that where we met?
Yeah.
That's where we met. The place you can go, I'll recommend the place that Stephanie and I met. It's you want to go there for sunset. It overlooks the. It overlooks. No, that went away. It overlooks the parroquia, so you can like if you sit there at sunset, you can see the sunset on the other side of the church. So you're looking out into the sunset and that like really famous church here. So it's a great place to be. But yeah, Abba, I have some stuff in my map I can give you. But I think it's Cielo is my favorite one. It's rooftop. I'm sorry?
Michelle's dropping
Oh, perfect. Last night, Michelle took us to Bardo. It used to be called Sabroso, but now it's Bardo, and it was really good. We had tacos, and I had a couple drinks that were, I had something called a charita. That was excellent. Oh yeah, Janae went with me. I take everyone to Cielo if you come here. I'm like, let's go to Cielo. It's just such a reliable, like, the food's gonna be good, the view's gonna be good. It's good. Iona asked if Casa Elm is an Airbnb or is it someone's private home. No one lives here full time. It's not on Airbnb, but it is a place where you can rent a room if you're part of the community. And if you're watching this, you're probably part of the community. So you can reach out either through the website or through Michelle. A lot of people know her because she does the relocation tours here to help people get accustomed to San Miguel, and she is the creator of the Black in SMA Facebook group. And so if you're thinking about coming to San Miguel and you're Black and you want to meet more Black people, Black in SMA on Facebook is a good place to find those. I'm gonna see if I can drop a link. Is that, yes, that is a real, Black SMA is what it's called. Boom. Let me join real quick. I'm not a member. It's a very boutique experience. I'm put in my request. Okay, my membership is pending. Hold on, I gotta answer some questions real quick. Yes, I agree to the rules to respect everyone's privacy. I'm in so many different city groups. I know what's going on in like 17 different cities in Mexico because I'm like, Black in? Hi. So Black SMA is the group. I'm going to drop the link right now in the description and in the comments to it. So if you're coming here and want to join, you can, but don't be like me and just join groups just to join groups. But if you're thinking of coming here for a while and you want more information about the experience here, join the group. Okay. I'm always here. This is one of my favorite places, so I love coming here. So yeah, I'm gonna join the group. Oh, I took Janae and then to Cielo, and then Janae took her mom on her next trip. It's where I met. It's where Stephanie and I met for the first time. It's definitely one of those places where, and it's not street food, but it's not expensive in the place where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're charging this, right? You'd like to know how difficult or easy it was for you to get there. Hey, okay, so if you're coming from Mexico City, I have a video on my channel about, let me see, about getting here by bus from Mexico City. And the bus experience is probably the same everywhere you go. Let me, boop, 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 boop. Let me grab this link. I'm going to drop it in the description, in the chat. Super easy. And I in this video, I give you details about what the bus looks like. And so there's no reason to be nervous or anything. Like, it's a great experience. Good morning, Miss Baby Girl. All right. Getting to SMA by bus. And then at the bus station, you can get a taxi or an Uber. Taxis will be more available, generally. Yeah, buses, Stephanie says buses are one of Mexico's pleasant surprises. It really is. Buses here are super efficient. So when Adelia and I were coming, we came to Querétaro on Thursday. And when the bus was supposed to leave at 12:40, at 12:38, that engine cranked on. And we were like, yep, here we go. I think the Yarborough's bus was late, but it was their first time ever experiencing a late bus. We took a bus that was, like I said, every bus I've ever taken here was like, if you're not sitting in your seat, when it's time for me to go, guess what, baby? Always on time. I think if a bus is late, it's not like oops, we didn't leave on time. It's like something happened in traffic that we weren't expecting. It's supposed to be timely. And they're very, very frequent. When we were leaving Mexico City, there was a bus every 20 minutes. I don't think it happens all day long, but when we were at the station, one line, Primera Plus, had a bus every 20 minutes. And ETN, we knew had a bus in like 30 minutes, but then there was a bus in 20 minutes, and we took that one. So when we were leaving, there was one at 12:20, and there was one at 12:40. It was like 12:19 when we got to the ticket counter, so we knew we weren't going to make the 12:20 because they don't leave late. So we got on the 12:40 bus and got to Querétaro. And Querétaro is a 3-hour bus ride. San Miguel's about 4, maybe 4.5. The buses are a great way to get around from city to city. When I went to Oaxaca with Adelia, we flew down, but because the flights ended at a certain hour, like I think the last flight was at 5, and we didn't want the day to end at 5, we took the bus back up. We got on a bus at I want to say 10 p.m. and got to Mexico City at 4 or something. I don't know. Some time where I'm not usually awake, but we slept on the bus. Super safe. You want to make sure, especially if you're doing it overnight, you want to make sure you're on the right bus. So on some of the buses, like on ETN, there's a bus where they have buses and private buses or private vans in the 80s would have that TV, and every TV would have the same, or even planes, back in the day, every TV would have the same video playing. And on a bus, you might have the sound coming from the TV. On a plane, you'd have to plug your earphones in. It's the same thing on some of the buses. But if you pay for the upgrade, you have your own private screen, and there's no noise coming from so for the overnight bus, we paid the little upgrade to get the highest level bus, where we weren't going to hear or see a TV or hear a TV all night long because we knew we wanted to sleep. The private bus, the bus to get to Querétaro from San Miguel, with the video screens and the headphones, so you don't have to have the blaring noise coming at you, the highest level was $21 a person. $21.50, I think, a person. Right? It's a 3-hour bus ride. The price has gone up, but not so high that it's I can't believe it, because it really is. You do this for a weekend out of town. A lot of people who live in Mexico City come out to San Miguel, especially a lot of Mexicans come out and spend a weekend here. A lot of them have weekend houses here. This is a big weekend house place. So you'll see a lot of people coming out for the weekends. I will say that I tried to come this way on a Friday evening, and it was quite terrible. I was I wasn't thinking this through. Leaving at 5 or 6 o'clock on a Friday to go to a vacation spot was a bad idea. It took me a long time. Querétaro is 3 hours by bus. San Miguel is 4.5, depending on when you leave. When I did it on that Friday evening, I think it was 6 hours. I was this is not good. Let's see. Mm. Global Granny mentioned Reverend Dr. Angela Martin's Airbnb, which Stephanie stayed at, and I crashed. The luxury. The luxury. The light-filledness. The glamour. Also, Angela's dog loves me the most. She has 2 dogs. One was very old and wasn't feeling anybody. But one of them was like, you're the best person in comparison to Stephanie Perry. Woo! But then, so the dog let me pet it for like 30 minutes. It was in my lap. I was having a good time. We're good. But next day, it saw me start barking at me, and I was like, I was all over your body yesterday. You just gonna love me and leave me like that? Yes. That dog was like, yes, I used you up yesterday, and I am done with you. Barked. I tried to get in the house, and the dog was like, you raggedy heifer, no. I was like, oh. And then she was real happy because she's a hater. Stephanie be hating. I get any kind of love at all. She saw me outside talking to another guy who had another dog. I heard the door open and then it closed. I said, what were you doing? She's like, I had to make sure the dog wasn't loving you. And I was like, what? You old hater. She was like, I thought the dog was giving you attention. And when I saw that it wasn't, I was fine. The animals love me. She don't like that. But we're staying here a little bit longer, putting all Stephanie's business in the streets. Like I said, we're going wine tasting. We found a cake. No, Angela had a cake here. Nope. Michelle, San Michelle. Michelle of San Michelle de Allende, Casa Elm, San Miguel Relocation Tours, and Black SMA. She does a lot. And a YouTube channel. Michelle does a lot. Brought a cake to the tutorial yesterday. We went out to dinner and I came back and there was no cake left, and I was like, I feel like we should have a house meeting about the fact that we left and somebody ate the cake when we were gone. I would like to have a house meeting about this. It wasn't my cake. I didn't ask anybody to save me a piece. My mouth was ready for that cake when I came back, and it was not here anymore. I don't even know if it was here when we left. She had some staff here. They might have taken it when they left because it's a very like communal kind of place, right? But I don't know. Who am I hearing? Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to answer one of your questions that I don't know off the top of my head. Okay, Expat Life Mexico is Michelle's channel. And I interviewed her on my channel a year ago or so. So I'm going to drop a link to Michelle's channel in the chat and the description. Because if you're interested in San Michelle de Allende, she has a lot of great resources. Michelle is like the plug. I don't know what else to say. If this is your city, if you want this to be your city, Michelle she is the girl. She is that girl. Who else is buying tea? Someone, I saw someone ask if there are any party spots. Baby. I might leave the house in the daytime, but when dusk rolls around, I'm an opposite vampire. I am an opposite vampire. Give me sunlight. Give me some daytime. When it starts getting cool, starts getting dark, I'm like, my bed would like to see me, and I would like to see it. I do not know if there are any. Also, I'm of the age where it hurts to walk down the street. I don't know about no clubs. I'm not going anywhere without a guaranteed seat, like ever in life. If I cannot get a guaranteed seat, if I can't finesse a guaranteed seat, I don't. So bars and party spots, I don't know. I heard they're here, or at least maybe they were pre-pandemic, but I don't know. But yes, get in the Black SMA group, and some of the youth might be able to tell you. I don't know. I am allergic to the moon. Yes, I'd be like opening the window, like, oh, look at it, on the other side of that glass. It's beautiful. Cold and dark? Not for me. Not for me. What's the temperature like in SMA in the mornings? I love sun, but nights have to be cool for me. It depends on the time of year. What do you think it was this morning? No, this morning is too early to tell because we left at like 7. When we got back, it was probably like 60s, right? When we got back around 9:30, it was probably like 60s. Before that, it was probably in the 50s. I think it got down to the 40s overnight. I'm looking for better light. Look at this. I just turned around and the light is better. Hi. So I'm going to sit over here and get this good light. All right. So yeah, so we've been here chilling with the Yarbroughs. Rondell and April are here. Amber is here. Amber C. Edwards is here. Stephanie's here. Michelle and her good friend Lavinia were here yesterday. A tutorial. Child, besides the tea, the food they fed us. Yes, the tea does not ship to Mexico, but Michelle will gladly help you get it smuggled down with one of your friends. Tell her, you know what I mean? Like, she'll gladly help you do that. She came in with a suitcase full of tea, and they taxed her. Not too much. The tax amount, I was actually surprised, but it was as low as it was. But she came in with a suitcase full of tea, and they were like, okay. Is San Miguel in any way wheelchair accessible? I would say if you're coming here and if you need to come here, you might be able to make it work. But if you're coming here just to sightsee and see things, like if you need to come here to do one thing, like if you're coming to a wedding, right, you may be able to finesse that. But if you're coming just to experience, no. If you're coming to go around and you're in a wheelchair and you want to go around and see things like there are no curb cuts and the curbs are like 9 inches from the street. Right, like the sidewalk is 9 inches up. What you gonna do? And the street is very narrow, so you can't really walk in it, or them cars might hit you. They're not going to. They're very kind, but it's another city in Mexico that is not as accessible as I would like it to be. It's not. I would not recommend it for someone in a wheelchair. Unless they were like, I have to come, can I make this work? And I'm like, the thing about Mexico is that unlike a lot of places in the US, I think if you were struggling in your wheelchair, people would come to help you. And people who don't know you would come help you get you where you need to go. But that might be okay for one event, but not for a whole, I want to experience the city. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't even recommend it with a walker. That's why I said any mobility issues, I wouldn't recommend it. You're loving this shirt? This shirt is from my old life. I think I bought it when I lived in the Bay Area or Ohio. And I found it when my mom was cleaning out. When mom sold her house, I realized it was at her place. Or she brought it to me when she was cleaning out her house. Brought it to me in Mexico. So I hadn't seen this shirt in like 5 years. And I was like, oh, I like this shirt. I forgot about this. Now, the thing I like most about this shirt is that the inside is it feels like a soft fleece blanket. When I used to work at the car company and I had days where I didn't want to go to work, I would have to wear the thing that felt most like a blanket. Like what feels most like I'm still in bed. And so I have a whole bunch of clothes that like look professional, but feel like I'm in my jammy jams. And this is one of those. I gotta get out the house. I don't even want to see y'all. I would really have days where I'm like, I need to be extra comfortable today. I need to be extra, extra comfortable today because, ooh, I don't need to be cold outside. Extra, extra comfortable. All right, friends. Okay, so Danielle and Janae are connecting. You don't need smuggling services. Let's see. Yes. But Auntie Lou, you said, what tutorial is this? Michelle Watson of Ingenuity Tea and Spice created a tea tutorial for us. Okay, let me tell you. She talked about 6 different types of tea and explained what the benefits of each type of tea is, how they worked, all that stuff. Am I gonna get you? I was like, you changed.
I did.
Look who it is. Hey.
Buenos dias.
Okay, let me go get another mic. Let me give you this one.
Okay.
Talk to the people. I'll be right back.
All right. Hello, folks. Nice to meet you here in this space. We have been having just an amazing weekend here and the opportunity to connect with amazing women, people who are really changing lives, getting people to live abroad and experience this life. It's been amazing. So I think it's been a blessed kind of weekend full of connections and love.
Yes. I love it.
Cool.
I'm very excited. I would like April to shirk all responsibility and come hang out.
I cannot.
But she got work to do.
I do. I wish I could. Then I would have been with you guys this morning.
It was really
no.
nice. Well, how long are you guys in town for?
We're probably here for another day or two.
Okay, so you might have some time to do something?
Maybe.
Okay, which one of you is the like, we got to get the work done person? Both.
We both
Both?
are. We both. Well, okay, so I like to see any and everything,
Yes.
right? But we have to get the work stuff done too. But when it comes down to the work, I'm more like, okay, let's put a time limit on this thing.
Okay.
You know, can we get this done in this amount of time, or how much time do we give to this piece of the project that we need to put together? So we're both like in it. Rondell's really creative.
Okay.
He's on the really creative side, especially with the post-production and things like that, but we're both about the business, except sometimes I like to like go off and look at all the things.
I've been trying to
so-
kidnap her, like, you want to come? But
I do, but I also,
got work to do.
I want to live.
yes, like to
Yeah.
eat?
I want to eat.
You'd like to
yeah.
eat.
Yeah, I want a place to stay.
Yes, important. A beautiful
yeah.
place to stay like this.
This
really
place is
nice.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, you guys.
Gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. And very like, it feels very peaceful. Like the
does.
energy here is good. The
It
energy here
is.
is good.
Yeah, you can, I mean, even if you want your private space, you have that in your room, you know, and it's kind of like a little area of solitude within your private room, and then also just the whole house, the yard,
Yeah.
everything. Even where it's located, you know,
Yeah,
it's not that close to the city center, but it's just, it's nice to have that piece that's just kind of away from all of it.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, thank you. Let me see. I saw some like, good morning. You know they love you. You know they love you. You know they love you.
Good morning, folks.
Yeah, so they're giving you, oh my God, April. They love you.
Aw.
So, hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. I am not in Africa. I am in Mexico. So April's in Africa. I'm sorry, April's in Mexico too. We're both in Mexico.
I mean, you're manifesting.
I-
I'd love to be in Africa.
Where in Africa would you like to be?
Well, I want to visit Tanzania.
Okay, I do too.
South Africa for sure. Those are probably my top two.
Okay,
My top two. Morocco for sure, and I think Rwanda,
okay.
Kenya, and Ghana. I'll start there. I mean, it's a long, it's a continent, you guys. So there's many places.
There's lots of
to visit,
places.
Yeah.
You should join us in Morocco in April.
In April.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we'll be in April.
It's not a we thing, it's a ladies only thing.
Oh.
So he can come, he just can't come to the event.
To the event. Okay. Well, we'll talk about it. We are a package deal, so he would be in Morocco.
And you guys know, like, I'm gonna say this again, your partner, your children can be there, they just can't come to the event. But they can be in the country.
You have this space. You're
Yes.
like, hey, this is for you guys. This is for the women.
Yes,
Let's connect.
let's connect.
Okay.
All right.
So no promises. I
Oh, no. No, I didn't take that as a promise.
Okay. But I love the idea, and I appreciate the invitation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for hanging out. And we're saying bye to April.
They're super excited, April. Could you see the chat? Could you see
I saw a little bit.
They're telling you to come to Morocco? Yes.
Mine's a little bit.
They are. Oh, I watch them in Peru. Yes. It's a whole bunch of love, April. I don't get all this love when I'm on my own channel.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. We tune in every week.
They do. They do. Thanks for stopping by. All right, yes. So we are here Okay, Danielle Smith heard lots of nice hats and bags in SMA. For April, she should go play. She working like I should be. Oh, my to-do list is undone. But I've eaten cake, and I went to the hot springs, and I'm going wine tasting. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Any other questions? All right, rapid fire. Shoot me your questions. Shoot me any questions you have. How do I keep encouraging my friend for therapy and her anxiety? Without knowing your friend and without knowing why she might be resistant to therapy, I don't know if I can give an answer for that. I think that there's a lot of benefit in normalizing therapy. So if you're not in therapy, maybe that would be a step that would help her feel more comfortable with therapy. Is like talking about your own therapy experiences, especially if you're having current experiences. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know that lady. All right, let's see. Is San Miguel quiet in general? It's Mexico, so it's quiet. Where we are is quiet, but it's also is noisy. There's lots of animals. So like you might stay at a place where you hear roosters. I stayed at a place in not in Centro. It was like a 15-minute walk to Centro, and the firecrackers that went off were so loud and shook the house so much that they shook the house so much that the alarm went off on the house. Like it shook the door. Like the door frame shook so much that the alarm thought the door was open. That's how bad the firecrackers were when they, I was a 15-minute walk from Centro. So out here, I don't hear anything. It's very quiet out here at nights. I'm just asleep. Sometimes I can hear some noise in the house, but I'm very sensitive to noise and light. That is one of the things, if you're very sensitive to light, bring a sleep mask because there are lots of bright windows here. So, yeah. Does San Miguel have earthquakes? I think all of Mexico has some earthquakes, but not. Earthquakes are the kind of thing where it depends on how far away from center you are, right? Like the area might experience the earthquake, but not in a way that you as a human feel. And so I think that's what typically happens out here. There are earthquakes that kind of like shake the region, but not in a way that you actually notice it. It's like it might pop up on like Twitter or something. There was an earthquake that you could feel here, but you don't actually feel it. Will we be adding more spaces for Morocco? No, because if we added more spaces, people wouldn't be able to do everything. We have one event that is capped at a level, and that's where we capped our tickets. There's one event that's kind of bottlenecking it, where we can't add more spaces, but we get refund requests frequently. People who change their mind, who thought it was going to happen, who got caught up in the excitement and purchased. And so we've been making our way through the wait list. So if you're still on the wait list, keep waiting. Right? I don't think it's a no-go. How many bedrooms are here? I think it's 5. There's also like a living quarters downstairs, which I can't take you to right now. I think it's 5. But I've gotten a tour of the whole place before, but not this time. How do we get on the wait list? You join the Exodus Summit Facebook group. If you're not already in there, exodussummit.com/community, and the waitlist is a pinned post there. We don't share the waitlist publicly because it really is only for our community. I don't want randos on the waitlist or randos buying tickets. The fireworks aren't daily, but
some parts of the year.
Yes, some parts of the year, yes. So fireworks in Mexico could be because it's someone's birthday, and that person could be Joe or Jesus, right? Like it just, and everybody in between, right? Everybody in between. And so they may not be daily, but they're frequent enough that on any visit, if you're close to Centro, you'll probably hear fireworks at some point. They also do in Centro parades quite frequently, so you also hear that. Also, it's a vacation hotspot, and it's not a vacation hotspot like a resort where people come to be quiet. It's a vacation hotspot where people come and like, we're gonna kick it and drink all weekend. Like Mexicans come for that, right? And so, or like some people are like, I'm out in the country with my family, this is our home, we're coming. And then some people are like, let's close down this bar. I stayed at I think it's important to, if you're coming here, to know where you're staying, have a better idea, like ask really good questions about the noise. If you're coming to stay in an Airbnb, I stayed in one once where we were above a Cuban bar and right across the street from like a Mexican saloon type bar. And the first night I was there, I was like, I can't catch the beat. What's happening? I was like, I hear the music, but I cannot ride this beat at all. What's happening? And I realized I was getting both musics at the same time, loudly. One from up on the floor, up the floor, and the other from like across the street coming in. I was like, it's too much. And it was, we came in on like I think a Tuesday, Wednesday, it was fine. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, live. It was live. Them kids were doing it. I've here in San Miguel, they do hot air balloon rides. That's also something you can do. May I see you asking these questions about Colombia and cultural concerning how they view African Americans. I have never had a problem in Colombia. I've been to Bogota and Cartagena. I haven't been to Medellin. I haven't been to Cali. I never had a problem in either of those cities. There are a lot of Black people. There are a lot of Black Colombians, there are a lot of Black people in Colombia. I'm never going to tell you that there's a place where you're not going to experience racism, but I didn't feel othered when I was there. Like my very first day being in Colombia, a car of people of Latino descent, I don't know where they were from, pulled up to me and started asking me directions in Spanish. And I was like, I don't know. Sila, are you talking about San Angel in Mexico City? About telling us that a lot of telenovela actors live there? Okay. Let's see. So no, we're not adding more spaces. Have you ever thought about curating group travel experiences? Besides the meetup that we do, no. I don't like labor. You heard me with Michelle. She out here like dedicated to the process, and I'm like, I want to go to the hot springs, right? I do as little work as possible. Stephanie does as little work as possible, and so we're not adding more work. We do the meetup because we love to meet you guys, but it really is, if you don't know, it really is the most bare bones meetup. We're going to have very specific events, and outside of that, y'all are on your own, right? Like, it's not the kind of thing where it's like, here's the itinerary, and every minute of the day there's something for you to do. It's like, meet us for a meet and greet today, and that's it. The rest of the day is yours. Do whatever you want. You want to go to a hammam? Good for you. They do hot air balloons there too, so you want to do a hot air balloon? Good for you. You want to do a cooking class or a belly dancing class? Yay. I might be napping, right? And so that's something that we want to make sure people who are coming on the meetup understand, that we're not going to be with you all day long. You need to be very comfortable traveling by yourself, because we don't. One thing a day. We are doing, just like in Cancun, one thing a day, and some days nothing. Some days you are on your own all day. Let me see. Get Right with Monica. I love that you changed your name, Monica. The site I typically use for cost of living is the Earth Awaits theearthawaits.com. Numbeo.com, Numbeo.com is another site you can use for cost of living comparisons. They have more cities than the Earth Awaits, but the comparison is more bare bones. Let's see what else we have. Anita is loving Medellin. I think I want to go there. Silo City, yes. Okay, San Angel in Mexico City. It is not an inexpensive area. And I think that in Mexico City, there are a lot of neighborhoods only really work if you're living the lifestyle that the rest of the people in the neighborhood live, right? Like Santa Fe wouldn't work for me right now because almost everybody in Santa Fe has a car and a driver, right? And like I don't have a car and I'm not paying a full-time driver. So it's not really a walkable location. So that really wouldn't work for me. San Angel isn't that bad, but it's more of those vibes, like living where all the rich people, and yes, living where the Mexican movie stars live. I'd recommend living a Mexican movie star lifestyle and a telenovela lifestyle. If that's not what you're living, it might not work for you, right? Like where I live is a little bit bougier than where Adelia lives. She's not gonna get offended by me saying that. It just is. And where I live, a lot of people, I have 2 parking spots because everybody there has a car, right? I don't drive. They have drivers, I don't drive. I can walk to a subway station that is 20 minutes away, but Adelia's subway station is significantly closer, right? Because people in my neighborhood are driving more. They don't need the subway to be that close. They don't need the buses to be that reliable. I have 2 bus lines in mine. I can go north-south or east-west, and that's it. Adelia has much more variety in her neighborhood because people are taking buses more, right? And so knowing that you will blend in culturally and socioeconomically with the place you want to live, specifically in Mexico City, because it is such a diverse city, is really important, right? Like there are places like San Angel, outside of San Angel. San Angel is kind of like a small neighborhood surrounded by neighborhoods that are very not San Angel, right? I stepped outside of San Angel and I was like, oh, this is different. I don't feel unsafe, but I'm paying attention. Is that a roach? Yes, it is. We were outside, right? But like, you don't see that in San Angel. And so the buses there were significantly outside of San Angel, were significantly sketchier than the buses in my neighborhood, right? Because they are serving the people who live in the neighborhood and the way the people in the neighborhood live. And I don't know how to say that without sounding elitist, but it's not meant to be elitist. It's just meant to say that like the services you'll find available to you are the services that most of the people in the neighborhood have historically been using. And so if you don't want to move like they move, don't move into the neighborhood. I would love to have a driver, but I don't. Every time I gotta walk 20 minutes to the subway, I'm like, ugh, why would I do this to myself? But I don't really have to I can get on a bus and get to the subway. It's just a longer day, right? Then get on a bus and get directly to a subway station. A bus right in front of my apartment building. Let's see. What am I missing? Where are the art scenes, galleries in Mexico City? It's an artist city, right? We have more museums than most like major European cities. I think there's only like 1 city in the world that has more museums. 1. And there are lots of like random museums. Like the other day we went to, Adelia and I and Ivana and Angel all went to in November. The other day it was Angel. It was November. We went to the Museum of Objects. And in the Museum of Objects, they had exhibit about objects from broken relationships. Child. It was wild. It was like, he gave me, this is the wedding dress that I wore to marry my husband, and then he told me that he only married me because he wanted to be closer to my sister. You might kill that man? And then he left me when he found out we couldn't have kids. Something like that. You're just like, what? Hold on a second, I'll be right back.
Can I take over?
You can take over.
I didn't get to go live yesterday.
I was just gonna say, Stephanie, here, you can take over.
Thank you. Hi, guys. All right. What do we want to tell? What can I tell you about Roshida?
Everything.
Oh, I thought I looked cute.
You do look cute.
Thank you. Rashida's very complimentary. She always gives you compliments. Yeah, let's see. Anything going on that we need to talk about? One more thing about Marrakesh. If you get an email from us that says your time off the wait list, it's go time, right? Open the email and let us know one way or another. We have had some women who were on the wait list. Hi guys. We have had some women who were on the wait list, but then by the time their number's up, their number comes up for them to buy their ticket, they've changed their minds. So that's fine. It's perfectly okay for you to be on the wait list and then change your mind, but let us know. Let us know in an email whether or not you're coming. We're super excited about Marrakesh. I think we're going to Fiji next. Fiji after Marrakesh will be our maybe.
Are you on my channel? Okay, ignore everything she's saying right now. If there is a Fiji experience, it is a Stephanie Perry experience. It has nothing to do with Roshida Dowe. You never heard it on my channel. You're making stuff up.
Oh, we'll have hotel info 10 days.
10 days.
Within the next 10 days, we'll have hotel info. Some things have gone really well for us, and we're a hotel that it looks like is going to be a yes. It's going to be an amazing experience for us. We're going to have a wonderful time, even in the hotel. So last year, we had a wonderful time out doing things with everyone. But this time, even in the hotel, we're going to have a wonderful time. And I think they're going to treat us really nicely. We're going to have a 5-star experience. We're not going to Fiji, guys. The Exodus meetup will not be in Fiji. It won't, okay? It's not going to happen. I mean, we might go to Fiji, together. But it's not. There will not be an Exodus Summit meetup in Fiji. But yeah, okay, so hotel info, probably within the next 10 days, you'll have the hotel info, and it'll be time for you to go ahead and book that, lock that down. As far as I know, TAP Air Portugal is still has some decent prices for flights from Miami into Morocco. If you are good with laying over in Lisbon, which you should be, I think. Everyone should love Lisbon. Who wouldn't love it, right? So that's good news. That's good ticket price news. And Fiji. And yeah, okay. And yes, global granting, yes, that's part of the thing that has to be negotiated. How many days early can women come into the hotel and get the same rate? How many days late can our women?
3 on each side.
But are you sure?
Yeah.
Without saying, because 3, okay, Rashida's saying 3 days on each side, rate locked in.
Rate locked in.
Okay, rates locked in for 3 days on each side. Ms. Baby Girl is having knee surgery in April. You are always welcome to join us in Fiji or wherever we go next. Wherever we go next. We really love doing the meetups. We love the meetups. Roshida and I got to meet up with the Querétaro crowd. So we'd ask you guys to report back and tell us what you're doing, right? And you're not, listen, I don't want to point any fingers, but you are not reporting back. So we got to Querétaro. We went to the Querétaro, Mexico meetup. Adelia was there. Roshida and I were there. And what we found out is there's a whole gang of women from Exodus Summit living in Querétaro, Mexico, right? So that was wonderful. And so I don't always, but Roshida won't let me say words like that. But we will do meetups for a long time. We will do meetups. We will do events, and we will do things in different places. So if you can't come to Marrakesh, just keep your ears on for the next one. Keep your ears on. Yeah, we found out like, I don't know. Sometimes I do, like Kim's here. Kim, like I knew Kim was in the area, but I didn't know she lived here. I didn't know she lived there. And I didn't know that she knew the other women there. And I'm like, oh, y'all are just like friends. And it's from Exodus Summit, in part, right? From Exodus Summit accountability groups. Yes, the accountability groups are a difference maker. And so we get to see that in person when we meet you guys in person and when we come to meetups. So it's been awesome. It's been awesome. Rashida's almost done with her tea. So anything else, any other info you need from me, you need to hurry up and get it before she comes and takes my mic. Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about? But thank you guys for Michelle from ingenuityandspice.com. Michelle is the owner, the Black woman owner and founder of ingenuityandspice.com. Thank you very much for helping her have a wonderful grand opening. I'm very excited about this. So Michelle was the sponsor of Exodus Summit. Michelle is the sponsor of this weekend that we're enjoying here. But Michelle is also one of us, right? She's one of us. If you came to the DC meetup, you met her there. She's also a woman in the community who is working on her own exit strategy, right? And she's one of us. And her business launch, her business plan, her business dream is something that we can engage with and we can participate in, right? So ingenuityandspice.com, go to ingenuityandspice.com, help her kick off her grand opening with a bang, but with support and with love and appreciation from Black women in the Black Women Tea Gang. Yeah, so thank you very much. I know a lot of you have already posted, you've already made your purchases. I already bought for Connie Perry, so hopefully she'll have a good report soon, right? She'll have a nice surprise in the mail for her soon. So yeah. All right.
We'll take over now.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Stop spreading lies on my channel. Okay.
I thought that's what we had agreed on.
That you would be spreading lies on my channel.
Yeah, we were going to be.
And by that, she knows the other. Just yesterday, I was like, stop telling them people stop letting them think Fiji might be an Exodus thing, because it's not going to be an Exodus thing. But I say this every year, and it ends up being an Exodus thing. I'm putting my foot down. I'm putting my foot down about Fiji. No, I ain't organizing nothing in Fiji. Okay, so here's the other thing. Michelle Watson, the tutorial was like next level. If you are in the DMV and you want to get your girl gang together, I don't think she offers the service. But I'm going to say, if you're in the DMV and you want to get your girl gang together and learn more about teas and have a high tea fancy situation and have like a tea vendor in who can come talk to you about different teas and the fanciness, you bring your snacks and your people and your food. All right, get on the website, shoot her an email. Now, this is launch weekend. She got a lot going on. Very exciting for her. But yes, she was doing that, and I was like, okay, the bougie Negroes of Mexico City would love this. Would love this tutorial. Listen, now, Michelle Wedderburn, I believe, is the one who organized all the food. So that would be your responsibility. But she brought the tea. She talked us through it. I've learned so much about the different teas. And I told you about the variety of her teas, right? The Earl Greys, the peppermint, the lemon ginger, champagne and berries, spiced pear. Child, can I reach? This is how they be doing me. You see this? You see this reach? They don't want me. I guess that top shelf tea is not for me, right? No. The jasmine silver needle, the China jasmine silver needle. And then over here, look at the variety in these teas. Riviera Mimosa, Tropical Island Nights, Pu'er Chai. I need to have a chai next. I haven't had a chai in a while. The Soothing Pu'er Leaf, the Healthy Detox, no caffeine. Lavender and chamomile, perfect for nighttime, no caffeine. South African Cape Nectar. That's the Exodus Summit drink. That champagne and berries and the South African nectar. It's for us. It's for us. And this Caribbean Dreams, which I also want to try later. It comes with 15 of those pyramids that I showed you earlier. If you weren't watching then, I'm going to open the bag. I'm not going to take one out now. Okay, you love silver needle tea? I'm going to ignore that shorty comment because you're not going to be out here just disrespecting me. I am not a tall. Okay, what'd she say? Back. See how you're going to talk about Miss Stephanie and you making up businesses for Michelle? Is that comment?
Yes. You're telling people that Michelle does tutorials.
I said she does not do them, but reach out to her about doing them.
Same.
How?
Same.
Okay, so this is what it looks like, all the sachets in there. This is the South African Cape Nectar, which when I was in South Africa, I bought this rooibos tea and I was like, this is magic. I want more of it. And then I couldn't get any more of it. And I can get more of it right here. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, so if there is still tea available on her website, we ain't done our job yet. It's Valentine's Day. Buy tea for somebody. President's Day is right around the corner. No, MLK. And then presidents, yes. In honor of MLK, buy tea from a black woman. I honestly, I would not, y'all know I don't get on here talking about products. The first one I had was the champagne and berries, and I was like, my God, this is some good tea. This, I was like, I wasn't expecting, because I hadn't had it before, because Connie Perry drank our tea. But that champagne and berries and the South African Cape Nectar, I was like, it's okay. So Maeve, the link is in the description, and then Stephanie just dropped another description. The teas are in individual sachets, pyramid sachets. There are no staples, Cassandra, and they're biodegradable, and there's no microplastics like there are in a lot of other tea bags. These are all things I learned that I didn't know about before the tutorial. I'm gonna be hosting one of these, and next time she comes to Mexico, I'll be like, come to Mexico City, and let's have a little tutorial moment. Let's do this, because my girls, they like the tea. They like tea parties there. The sachets are really nice. Let me see if I can go. It's the one I don't want to touch one right now. Nope. It's too far in the trash for me to show you what the tea bag looked like, what the used tea bag looked like. Let's see. She's going to restock after you leave. Listen, I'm trying to leave. I came in with a small carry-on bag that was full, like a roller bag, a small one, that was full, and I also had a tote bag. I left Querétaro with carry-on bag, a tote bag, and 2 more tote bags full of stuff. I left Querétaro like that. I came to San Miguel like that. And now I'm in San Miguel looking at other stuff I want to put in my suitcase. And I'm like, there's no, I think I'm going to leave here with another suitcase. At least another, solid bag. I think I'm leaving with another suitcase. I have other suitcases at home. I didn't have to do this. I didn't have to pack the smallest suitcase. But I was like, I'm only going for a couple of days. I don't need all this stuff. And now I'm like, I need more room in my suitcase. I might need another bag. Because I'm definitely, the picture that I showed you in the fridge with the tea earlier, and these, if you weren't here, these, Michelle got in Dolores Hidalgo, which is just the birthplace of the Mexican Revolution. Is that right? Yes. It's where, yeah. And these, she got just down the street there for a very amazing price. And so I think I'm going to go just down the street and get some for the house. Because they're beautiful. And I won't find those prices in Mexico City. Okay, Lauren says she likes the size and functionality of the island in the kitchen. I tend to pay attention to things like that. Yeah. Yes, Cassandra Kinchin. I almost said kitchen, but you probably get that a lot. Apologies. You'll support and stock up. Yes. This tea. And there's a flavor for everyone. There's a caffeine level for everybody. Yes. Okay. Are the baggage limitations on the luxury buses planning on doing a multi-city visit this summer? Someone told us the other day, but they were told the limit was 2 suitcases. The official limit is 2 suitcases, and then up to driver's discretion. But I have seen people get on these buses with full like trolleys, not like, the airport where you have your own personal trolley and you bring it with you, and then you've got the man who's got his professional trolley moving all. I've seen people get on a bus with like 10 suitcases. So, it's one of those things where like, if you get on a bus that hardly anybody else is on, and there's like when I got on the bus to Querétaro, my bag was the second bag on, and when we boarded early, and then some people came in, some other people came on, there might have been 5 bags in the entire bus, right? So that would have been a great time for you to come with your 16 bags or whatever you're planning on coming with. I've been on other buses where there's like, everybody brought a suitcase. And so I think if you find a time where the bus isn't busy, there's not a lot of tickets sold, it's not a high travel time, you'll probably be fine with a lot of stuff. Yeah, the bus is how a lot of people get around permanently, right? It's not, you put everything in your house on a bus and move it. Let's see, what else haven't we talked about? You think I have a problem, Janella? I think you were talking about shopping, and so probably yes. I like pretty things. San Miguel is also a problem for you if you like pretty things, because I told you, but artisans are amazing, but there are also a lot of stores, particularly around Centro, where you walk in, they're like, oh my God, this is beautiful. But this price is feeling real New York City, not San Miguel. The price is the price, right? And tomorrow is going to be a different price. So, yeah, every time I come and I go to like the boutiques in town, I'm like, I want to shop, but these numbers. So, yes, Janae said the price in El Centro will hurt your feelings. Quickly. Lauren, if you were to travel to San Miguel straight from the States, how does one get here? You can fly into Querétaro or León. That airport codes are QRO or BJI?
Yeah, BJX, but I don't think it's the Dodge. It's not Leon, is it?
No? There are 2 airports. BJX is what?
It's just like a Guanajuato airport.
Oh, Guanajuato Airport. So, Janae's saying that's Leon.
I don't think it's in Leon.
I don't know.
Okay, so it might be close to it.
I don't know. You know, like some airports are like not like how the Cincinnati airport is actually in Kentucky. It's like that. Like it's the region, right? It's the region. Cassandra, you'll be in Tulum in March if there's a tutorial you're interested in attending. You know, you might need to talk to her. I don't know if she's traveling for them, but like if you're in the DMV area, it could be possible. I can't say what she's doing. Like I said, I don't know whether her tutorials are a thing. I think she'll have them available on either her Instagram or maybe on a YouTube channel. But the in-person tea experience cannot be beat. And so if you want to organize this for your fancy ladies, I recommend. All right, let's see. What is going on here? Any thoughts on Oaxaca? No. I haven't been there enough to have thoughts on it. I've only spent 1 day there, and I was mostly in Centro, which I didn't love. But I've heard the magic in Oaxaca is outside of the city of Oaxaca and in the surrounding region. I've heard that's where the magic happens, and I didn't go into the surrounding region, so I missed the magic. All right, let's see. Anita's headed to Medellin or she's headed to a coffee shop in Medellin. All right now. All right, Tisha's already sent her a message. We doing it. We buying teeth. We're organizing things. Yes. Which cities surround San Miguel? The closest one, okay, Querétaro is close. Guanajuato is close. Guadalajara is like a 6-hour bus ride. Nothing really surrounds it. But those are some things. Bahia Go is a good transportation service to get to San Miguel. Courtney says, what's your typical day like now that you're retired? Do you feel like you have too much time on your hands? I feel like I don't have enough time. Right, because like eating luxuriously and waking up when you feel like it take a lot of time out of your day. Going to bed at 8 o'clock, getting ready for bed at 8 o'clock, really cuts down on the time you have available in your day. So I don't feel like I have too much time. I have enough time to do the things I want to do and the things that I maybe could do, but don't do today are pushed off to the next day. I don't think it's too much time on my hands. I think if I had an issue, it would be I have no requirements on my time, and so I can do as much time as I want doing absolutely nothing. I like that personally. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing absolutely nothing. And I try not to say I'm doing absolutely nothing. Like, I'm spending this time. I got a new iPad late last year, and I found a coloring app that I don't hate. I found something that I don't like. I found one that I don't like I don't like its functionality, but I like the way it allows you to color. It's called April Coloring. The paid version is $9.99 a month. I'm not giving you $10 a month to color. A month? $120 a year to color? How does that make sense? But the free version has ads, and there are always ads for apps and games. I'm like, I would never buy this. Give me an ad for a shoe. Maybe you'll catch my attention. I'm not doing this. So it's just like, you gotta wait for the 30 seconds for the ad to play. Anyway, I've been coloring a lot, and it's been very peaceful. Like, I wake up, do a little coloring. Before I go to bed, do a little coloring. Get kind of zen. But, yeah, that's how I spend my time. Maybe I color. Maybe I go for a walk. Maybe I work out. Whatever. Maybe I go to the hot springs. And then remind Stephanie that this area has wineries. And we can go, okay, so here's the thing. So the other day I was like, hey, San Michel de Allende, can we go, what do you know about the wineries? Whatever. And she was like, oh yeah, this is the one I like. I know the owners, they've been here, they were here someday, blah, blah, blah. They love my cooking. And I was like, and this is not a random winery that I wouldn't think of going to normally. When I looked on the map, the winery she mentioned, I had saved from my last visit, and I've never talked to her about wineries before. So I don't know why I saved this winery on my map when I was planning on going to my mom and it didn't work out. But the winery, she was like, those are my people, was a winery I had already had on the top of my list to check out anyway. When I say Michelle is San Miguel, and when I say if you want to move here or visit long term, you should be connecting with her. And what? Paying for her services and assistance? I mean it. I do mean it. I do mean it. She's literally, I was, oh, the wine. She was like, oh yeah, they've been here. They want me to come back over. Who don't you know? The cake, when I tell you that Michelle knows the ins and outs, the cake she had, Stephanie and I both each took a bite, and we're like, we're getting this cake again. No questions. We have no reason to need a cake. We already both had mini cakes in the fridge. We both already had mini cakes in the fridge. We had no reason to need a cake. But we had one bite of that cake and was like, F them mini cakes. This is what we getting. This is what we doing. We're going to buy. I kept saying, Michelle, what's the name? Michelle, what's the name of this? What's the name of this bakery? Michelle, what's the name of this bakery? It's Fertrin. Fertrin. It's a naked cake, like vanilla cake with white cake with berries and like a cream cheesy frosting. We both took, and it was like soft and pillowy, and it was the right amount of frosting. It wasn't too heavy, it wasn't too much. I said, we don't have a reason to want cake, but we are definitely, after we leave this house, going to get the cake again, because this cake was stupid good. Like, it was. Michelle knows the places and the things and the what to do. You can reach her in either the Black SM Yamoja or Yamoja in the, I pronounce everything with a Spanish accent now, with Mexican Spanish accent. Because the Argentinian Spanish pronunciations are completely different. Spanish pronunciations can be completely different too. So my Mexican Spanish pronunciations, everything I see, every word. But I think it was Yamoja. Yamoja, you can connect with Michelle at the Black SMA Facebook group that I dropped, or on the Casa Elm website. She also does relocation tours to San Miguel. So one of the things she helps people do is they come here and they help people come here and stay here for like 4 weeks while they look for an apartment. They find an apartment, they move out, and they go live there. Sometimes she'll help people like connect with they'll stay here. She'll help them connect with real estate agents and other people so that they have a good idea of what to expect if they're living here. You know, there's activities and things, and she gives you a good idea of what the city has to offer, so you have an idea of whether this is the kind of place you want to live or not. Because San Miguel isn't for everybody. It used to be a super, super quaint little town, and it's expanding, so it's getting bigger, but it's not big, right? Ain't no subway. The buses look kind of reliable, but maybe kind of not. I don't know. I've never taken one here. Uber is inconsistent. But there's magic here, right? Like, there are things that are less convenient than they would be in a major city. But this is a place to come and slow down and get away from the major city vibe. That's why Mexico City is, you know, my spouse, and San Miguel is my side piece. Like, I love it. It's just, I love it. All right. What are we talking about? The cake came from Fertrin, Fertrin. Janae. Lauren, I think every time is a good time to visit the city. You're going to get a different experience each time. There are more mosquitoes here than there are in Mexico City, so every time I'm here, I'm like, oh, I forgot about y'all. In the summer, there are a lot of weddings. You want to, if you can get a chance and you can see people having their weddings here, it's a fun time. It's a fun time. It's a party in the streets. It's a party. But yeah, I've never been here and thought this was not a good time to visit. It gets colder sometimes, hotter sometimes, so you just need to figure out what you like. We all like different things. But I truly love this little town. Do I feel safe? All the time. In San Miguel, all the time. Now, I don't feel foolish ever, right? Like, I never feel unsafe, but I'm also not doing, not to victim blame, of course, but I'm not doing things that I might not do in another city, right? Like, if something wouldn't be safe for me to do in Mexico City, I'm not doing it here, right? If it wouldn't be safe for me to do in the Bay Area, I'm not doing it here. I feel safer here than I do in the Bay Area, and I feel safer here than I do in Mexico City, generally. I don't feel unsafe in Mexico City. But it just has such a small town vibe that It feels a little bit like Mayberry, but like a fancy Mayberry. Right? Like it feels like, you know your neighbors. Everything's cool. Now, if I put my phone down in a restaurant and I walk away and I come back 15 minutes later, is my phone probably going to be there? Probably not, right? But is someone going to reach into my purse and take something out? That's more likely to happen to me in Mexico City than here, I believe. Yeah, Auntie Lucy's just don't walk around with your wallet on top of your head. Yes, I would not walk around with my wallet on top of my head. Other than that, I feel safe. Did you get your hair braided in Mexico City? No, I got it braided in Senegal. I have not found a braider in Mexico City. All right. Okay, I think this might be it. I think we might be wrapping up because I have not the cake that I want to eat. That cake is done, but I have another cake, but I haven't tasted yet. And I think I need to taste that. How would I compare SMA to Ajijic Chapala? I've only spent one day in Ajijic Chapala, so I'd like Stephanie to get in on this. Compare San Miguel to Chapala.
Oh, I would say San Miguel is more expensive than Lake Chapala. San Miguel is a little prettier. Lake Chapala has very pretty neighborhoods as well, but San Miguel is a little prettier. They're both whiter. I think Lake Chapala is probably whiter than San Miguel. So you're going to find a lot more white Americans and Canadians when you get to Lake Chapala. In San Miguel, San Miguel is also very white, right? Lots of Americans and Canadians here, but you can probably go about your day and not have to interact with white people in San Miguel. In Lake Chapala, they're all up in your business. Yeah, cost of living difference. There's more to do here in San Miguel than in Lake Chapala. Lake Chapala has food, restaurants and stuff. Lake Chapala is a little closer to Guadalajara, so you can do a little bit of city stuff. If there's a parade in Guadalajara or whatever, in Lake Chapala, you get Lake Chapala and Guadalajara. In San Miguel, it's a more effort to get to the city. Although Querétaro is not far. So I guess my comparison is that they're very similar, but not the same. And I like San Miguel better. I think almost everyone would say they like San Miguel better. If you're looking for a place to live, though, the cost of living, the housing is expensive in Lake Chapala. Auntie Lou says, more expensive here, more expensive in San Miguel. So if you're looking to live somewhere, Lake Chapala is less expensive. If you're looking to visit somewhere, San Miguel is better. The end.
All right, friends, and I think that's the end of the video. I think that's it. We've been on for just a little bit over 2 hours. Iona's saying yes to Fiji. Girl, no to Fiji. No.
We doing it.
Stay off my channel. Stay off my channel with this Fiji talk. Ain't nobody. If y'all see Stephanie in Fiji, that's cool. It ain't got nothing to do with Roshida Dowe on YouTube. Nothing. I'm boiling more tea because I'm going to try the chai because I haven't had it yet. And I love chai. And I need to know whether I need a bag of that. All right. Auntie Lou says the housing is expensive in Chapala. Well-to-do retirees live there.
It's worse here. It's definitely worse.
It's worse in San Miguel. But I didn't really enjoy myself. I didn't really enjoy Ajijic, but like I said, I was only there for one day. There's probably a lot that I missed. All right, so y'all, save up your coins because when Stephanie takes you with her to Fiji, that resort gonna cost $70,000 a night. And you gonna get one meal. There's gonna be lizards. She won't take you during the monsoon season.
Because I'm responsible.
I'm sorry, what?
Because I'm a responsible person.
Because she don't want to be there during the monsoon season. She didn't even know there was a monsoon season. But now that she knows, she's not taking you during the monsoon season. But that ain't got nothing to do with nothing to do with me. I want to talk about it. I want to know about it. Now, you might see me there. You might see me there, but it ain't got nothing to, I will be a guest just like you if we go to Fiji. If she goes to Fiji. All right, y'all. Bye. Are you coming to Fiji with us?
This is y'all. Fiji. Let's go. What's up? What's the word?
It's with her. She organized in Fiji.
Fiji? Oh, girl, that's my bucket list spot. Yeah.
You see the shenanigans in the house? You see this? You see this? You gonna scuba dive, Steph? Yeah. All right. I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you for hanging out. Tell me what you want to talk about. Diamond says she's trying to focus on Morocco. Yes. Morocco's going to be fun. I've been organizing some things. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. If you don't have your ticket to Morocco, you can get on the wait list inside of the Exodus Summit Facebook group. Don't forget to check out Casa Elm's website. If you want more information about San Miguel, join Black SMA. If you want tea, you want tea. You just don't know it yet. You might not believe me. I wouldn't bullshit you. I'm never going to lie to you about food. I am never going to lie to you. I might lie to you at my age or my height. I will never lie to you about food. You want this tea. Stephanie just dropped the link. We need to sell her out so them other strangers can't get no tea. Tea is for us. If you are part of the Exodus family, the tea is for us. Them other people, them strangers off the street, they shouldn't be getting tea before you because you should have been on the wait list at the summit. I would not lie to you about tea. You need this in your life. I'll make them. Okay, for if you weren't here before, you didn't see me make tea, I'll make this chai real quick, then we can get out of here. So the people who wanted to see the bag can see the bag. If you've already seen the bag, this could be a goodbye. Ingenuity Tea and Spice. Phyllis already got her order in. All right, this is the Chai Wisdom, Puer Chai Wisdom, spicy licorice, warm ginger, sweet mango, and berry flavor of this full-bodied Puer tea. Caffeine level 4. I just had a caffeine level 5 drink, and I'm having a caffeine level 4 drink. I won't be napping this afternoon. Okay, brewing instructions: bring water to 180 to 190 degrees. Pour over 1 heaping teaspoon of tea leaves per cup. Steep 3 to 6 minutes. The ingredients are organic puer, organic almond pieces, star anise, organic licorice, ginger root, natural and artificial mango flavor, natural and artificial berry flavor, and it contains tree nut almond, which we already talked about. Distributed by Ingenuity Gourmet Tea and Spice Co., LLC, Alexandria, Virginia. She's a local girl. And you can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. You might see me on their Instagram page. Okay, so this is the tea bag for those of you that weren't here before. It looks like there's not a lot in here, but this will expand. Yes, Anna, they have a whole line of caffeine up here above me. These 4 teas are all caffeine-free, these 4. So this South African Cape Nectar is one of my favorites. The lavender chamomile I haven't had yet. The detox tea I have, it was delicious. And Caribbean Dreams. So there are caffeine-free teas, there are like mid-caffeine teas, and there are full caffeine teas. So this is what it looks like. There are no staples, someone asked before. It's a biodegradable bag with no microplastics like a lot of tea bags have. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to drop this. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to drop this in here. So you can see that in there. And then I'm going to pour some hot water in, and you'll see that the bag expands. Is there any water? Is there any water in this? It whistled. Child. It whistled. I thought it was full. We're going to have to do this a little bit later. I'll put some in. There is some in. And I'll make some more. All right, so I'm going to do this. Hold on, y'all. All right, so there's some. There's not as much as I thought. Pouring the hot water in. Pouring the hot water in. I'll have to make some more hot water. Ooh, I always get my tea bag down in there. Every single time. Okay, there's enough for 1 cup. Champagne and berries is sold out on the website. Ow, 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 ow. Champagne and berries is sold out on the website. Ow, 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 ow. Yes. Yes, that is Black woman power. Yes. Okay, let me get this out of here. I'm going to get my thing fell in. I want to get that paper out of here. We can see already the hot water was only in there for a few seconds, and look how the tea expanded from what it looked like when it was just there. It expands. This sachet is like really high quality. I haven't used one of them yet that's leaked, that anything came out of. Yes. The perfect gift for every occasion. Yes. Fancy black lady tea? Put it in the cart, right? Like, put it in the bag. Oh, this smells really good. This chai smells really, really good. I can't wait to have it. I need to sugar my chai, so I'm gonna do that. I'm super excited about this. Champagne and berries. That is the Connie Perry flavor. What else did you get her last night? The rooibos. Okay, so the two that the like ones we're obsessed with are the ones she got, Connie. That champagne and berries. That South African Cape Nectar. Mess around if you want to, but we selling out. We selling out. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands and come back. Tell you how that chai tastes. I'm gonna tell you how the chai tastes, then we're gonna end this. Okay. I love these cups. I think Michelle said she got the pitcher and 6 of these for $10 American. You know I'm going down the street. You know I'm going down the street to the same place to be like, would you like 12 for the same thing? Would you? I'll give you $12 for the pitcher and 6 cups. I said, what? Yes, outside of San Miguel, you can get things really well priced. Inside San Miguel? Okay, so the VAM Experiences got 3 bags, champagne, mint, and Caribbean. But you asked about saving tea. I don't know if Michelle's going to sell it. I don't know. But I'm saying this should be, it's the official tea of the house. I don't know if you have to stay here to like use it in the kitchen or whether she will, but I think this would be an excellent retail location. Janae, I can't take a set home. I need somebody. Janae's trying to get me to take stuff out of here. And I'm like, I already know I have to get someone in the DMV to bring tea to me in Mexico. I can't bring tea. Michelle's not going to let me just take out of her stash. But I think she should organize a way to make this a retail outlet for this tea because, child, everybody who comes is going to want to take some home with them. Everybody who comes and drinks the tea is going to be like, but how can I get some? All right, let me try this now. It's hot. You see all that steam? You can't see the steam. You can see my lipstick. You can't see the steam. It's very steamy. Yes. Yes, that chai is chai. I want a little more. I used honey, and I want a little bit more sugar. I like my tea really sweet. And it's got the caffeine, so, I'm going to be wired anyway. I'm going to use some of this light brown sugar. It's hard. I find it harder to find real brown sugar than it is to find like light brown sugar in Mexico. So this is the light brown. Light brown is always available, but like dark brown sugar, sometimes I'm like, are y'all hiding this from me? DeRoss said I can send some to her. Yes, I have my mule. Michelle was like, I'm not sending it to Mexico, but if you know somebody in the DMV, I said, yes, I do know somebody in the DMV. Unfortunately, I cannot order champagne and bubbles right now because y'all bought it all. She launched last night, and one of the flavors is already gone. Don't miss out. Don't let that stop you from buying other flavors. Don't let that stop you from buying other flavors.
Once they buy, let's remind them, once they buy, they'll be able to get on her newsletter, her email list.
Yes.
So that they'll know when she's back in stock.
Yes, Buy, yes, and get if you bought or if you haven't bought, still get on her newsletter and email list
Yeah.
so that you can get information and discounts and stuff. There's a friends and family list, and I was like, why I ain't getting a friends and family email?
We did get it.
We did get it?
Exodus Summit. It was in
Oh.
our spam.
I was like, why I'm not a friend or a family? I got to hear about it like regular, I don't do regular people. I got to hear about it like regular people? I got to go to the website to find out? But if you signed up in Exodus Summit, you'll definitely have an email this afternoon. But if you did not watch this, you can't get no champagne and berries this afternoon. Sorry. Chai and mint fusion for Tish. Good choice. Okay, yes. Yes. This chai, it's chai. It is. It's got that like little Indian jazz to it. Okay, y'all. You've seen me dance. You've talked to Stephanie. We sold out one flavor. I feel like we should sell out our whole website. I feel like that's it.
Keep it coming.
That's what we need to do. So if you're watching this later, don't be afraid to get online and buy some more tea. And I will talk to you next week. We'll be talking about something or the other. Why is Janae in the comments talking about Fiji? Y'all are some haters. Y'all are some haters. Ain't nobody going to Fiji. Stephanie not even going to Fiji. Stephanie not even going to, because if she has to organize it and it seems at all challenging. No. Okay. Friends, I'm out of here. I will talk to you later. Have a great day. If you haven't given us a thumbs up already, give it a thumbs up. I'll talk to you later. Bye.